Isa Juma.
A lot of things that needed to be done for us to be able to carry out a proper process. Some of our colleagues raised serious concerns regarding Chapter 6 of some of the candidates. It would have been important for us to be cleared. Because remember, when we are running to become senators, we have to go through all those offices. We cannot be cleared by IBC. So why the double standard? So that is the issue.
So does this mean Azimio now has lost everything in matters the
Trust me, it's not about losing. And I think we need to school even members of the other aisle. There are two issues which are not clear to them. And even the members of UDM need to be schooled back to be able to read their coalition agreement. There's no way they can cross to the other side of the aisle until after 3 months. You know, the date is actually, I think, November 9th. And then after November 9th, they give 90 days notice. So really the issue is people need to be schooled. People need to understand that there are three arms of government. It doesn't matter whether we have a majority or a minority side. And in this case, we don't know which is a majority and which is a minority. Because it is quite clear, we have 23 delegations and 23 delegations. You know, the Honorable Senator Wetangula withdrew. So now that gives 23 senators from Azimio and 23 senators from UDA. So we have to clarify those issues. And I think one of the most important things that Kenyans ought to know and remind their elected leaders is that there are three arms of government. We cannot be an extension of the executive. We are a legislative arm of government. We are essentially in government ourselves. So we need to be able to make laws that will be able to defend the interests of people, not the interests of one particular person. And that's why we swore the allegiance to the people and not to the president.
So what now? You've raised very pertinent issues in terms of vetting and all that. So what happens, because eventually the other members of Remain Behind will elect a speaker?
I think in a civilized and independent democracy, the judiciary should take notice. You know, they should take judicial notice. They should be able to, and citizens out there should be able to go to the judiciary and seek, you know, clarity on certain matters. You know, the judiciary ought not to be an extension of the executive. Neither should the legislative arm of government be an extension of the executive. I think my friend Tom Ojenda, who is here, can also speak. He's my colleague. Come on, wewe kuja hapa hivi ro. Kuja hapa hivi tuongee maneno. You know, it's very important. Wacha ongee. You see, people need to know that we have three arms of government. The legislative arm of government is not an extension of the executive. Neither, simama hapa hivi uongee. You know, the issues that we need to discuss is the issue of the three arms of government. The legislative arm of government is a government. It is not an extension of the executive. So the judiciary, which some want to say that is independent, Kenyans now ought to go and ask serious questions. Why should a senator be running through all this to ensure that they comply with Chapter 6? But then when we come here, the clerks do not give us the CVs and Chapter 6 to clear everybody who is running. So those are the issues that we need clarity on. Yeah, and I don't know what you think.
I think why senators have walked out basically is because of compliance with what Standing Order Number 5 provides, and whether every person is supposed to do what every applicant should do. That is supply all documents. I think that is the issue, and also the new senators were not given sufficient time to apply to be for the deputy speakership of the Senate. I think that's the concern.
So the issues that have been raised, maybe people will say that in the past it hasn't been. Why would this matter with particular concern now? The issue of 48 hours, then the candidates are not vetted, cleared, yet they are offering themselves to be a speaker for that matter.
Standing Order 5 talks about the requirement, and I think, and that's what we're addressing, we're speaking to. But essentially, I think it's a new thing that should be addressed. That every applicant to every position should be given the same treatment. But largely, you may also know that Kalonzo Musyoka also withdrew from the race anyway. So there's only a Kenya Kwanza candidate. I think it's only Kingi, Jaffa Kingi, His Excellency, former governor. I think that's the only. None of the others are not serious candidates.
But let me just wait.
That Kalonzo withdrew, and now the other ones, because there were 7 candidates.
Yeah. What actually the issue is, and I think my colleague attempted to respond to it, is that you ask a very good question. You said, why are these issues being raised now? This is an opportunity. Read our standing orders. That is the opportunity that you raise those matters. You don't raise them any other time. And I think we are wiser now. You know, we are not the fools we used to be. So I think what we need to do is to be able to ensure that we defend the Constitution. That's what we're doing. And that's what we're prepared to do. Okay?
So will you challenge the election of the Speaker on that basis?
I think we'll cross that bridge when that time comes.